Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Yes, indeed. He does it again. Our president, man. This doesn't stop, you know. I hope everybody that is tuned in right now, the family. And if you're not a part of the family, hit that subscribe button. Join the family, man. We come on here, break the news to you, have fun, spread love. We laugh a little bit, crack jokes, you know. That's what it's all about, man. Live, laugh, and love. Life is too short, man. So do not come on here with that negative energy. If you do, hey, we're going to get you up out of here. Yeah, because guess what? My family has my back. Yeah, some of y'all been learning. I've been seeing some of them comments, and the family does not play about OkayRickk. I say, what? Yeah. The family on here, man, we are strong and powerful, man. And we don't take none of the BS, you know. We don't cut no corners. We don't sugarcoat it. We're going to call it for what it is. But look who has broke the internet. Our president. And he endorses a Democrat ticket. But hey, it's not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think. This is smart. I'll read it out loud for y'all. But President Trump says, I have an idea for the Democrats to bring them back into play, you know, to maybe recover the party, maybe fix the motor and transmission, you know, get it out the junkyard. Because right now they're in the junkyard, they're in the ditch, you know, they blew the motor, the transmission, it's shot. The entire vehicle is shot. But he says there might be a chance of recovery. But Trump says after years of being left out in the cold, including suffering one of the greatest losses in history, the 2024 presidential election, the Democrats should nominate low IQ candidate Jasmine Crockett for president. For president, and AOC plus 3 should be respectfully vice president. And 3 high-level members of the cabinet added together with our future communist mayor of New York City, Zoran, whatever that fella name is, Madani, Zoran Madani, I don't know, but he is disgraceful. He said our country is really screwed. But hey, there goes Trump right there endorsing Democrats' ticket. I know first we were hearing AOC and Bernie Sanders, Jasmine Crockett and Bernie Sanders are, you know, because she's the new leader of the Democrat Party. You know, they send her out live on TV. She just makes things worse and worse. All the loud talking and ghetto dancing on the floor with all the disgraceful TikTok videos, you know, calling for violence. Always talking about white supremacists, pulling the race card. That's all they do. You know, she says at the end of the day, I'm a black woman in Congress. Hire me because I'm black. You know, DEI didn't earn it. And they ought to, you know, like I tell you, they ought to go in Congress and just say, hey, everybody, put your hands behind your back and put people against the wall, on the floor, shake them down, frisk them down, audits, full-blown audits, investigations. Yeah, people ought to be arrested, man. People ought to be put in handcuffs, and there ought to be term limits. Term limits and handcuffs is my saying. Yeah, term limits and handcuffs. That's OkayRickk. When you look up term limits and handcuffs, it should say term limits, handcuffs, OkayRickk. That's my saying. I'm the first one to say it. I'm telling you, they don't believe me. I'm the first one to say it. Hands behind your back should be OkayRickk, and term limits and handcuffs should be OkayRickk. Yeah. You know, but it just gets worse and worse for Democrats, you know. I just tell y'all, go to your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, or X, whatever they call it, and type in Jasmine Crockett or AOC and just watch what comes up. Just watch what comes up. Look, we'll type it in. Look what comes up. Look, just loud and ghetto down in the committee. Look.
So you don't
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss Crockett.
Miss Crockett.
Don't want
Calm
to
down.
Be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me.
This is the circus. Look, and I literally did y'all live while recording this, and I typed it in, and look what came up. This is what we have down there. They ought to walk in there and put people in handcuffs. I'm just saying. Loud, ghetto, arguing, can't get nothing done. A disgrace. A disgrace. I proved it to y'all right in the video. This proves my point.
To calm down, because y'all talk noise, and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send her
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break?
her,
Yeah, look. Oh, here we go.
Chair. Okay. Order. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr.
Chairman.
All right. Chair.
I don't know why
Okay.
you're
Order.
acting-
Chair now
Order.
recognizes
Not cute.
Miss Green for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. 4 minutes. Let Miss Green talk, and then you all can. I'll recognize.
But I
someone on
move
this
to
side.
strike her words for a second time based on her second set of personal remarks attacking another member.
And look, AOC jumps in. Take her back to the bar.
Chairman Comer.
Because you all cannot
I have an
seem
amendment at
to
the desk,
apply
and this
the
sideshow
rules of the
needs to
committee.
stop.
We have to do this every time.
Hey,
Miss
I'm
Green,
recognized. I'm
Order,
recognized. I'm going to
listen,
go ahead and start talking.
Look, I know. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can. Can we not?
Comer, he got hearing aids. Term limits and handcuffs.
Recognize Miss Green and let
We
her
cannot because of the rules of the committee, Mr. Chair. That is what I'm trying to communicate in the present moment.
We have a Okay, what's
Yeah, what a disgrace.
As to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that.
And now she's attacking First Lady Melania Trump. We got a video coming on this soon as well. So you just can't make this up.
Melania, the First Lady, a model. And when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and
did she just name black models? This woman here is a disgrace, man. I almost said something, but they might take the video down. This woman is people, but as you can see, people are tired of this lady, man.
What are y'all doing? Are y'all really proud of the representation y'all getting from Jasmine Crockett? I'm serious. Are y'all proud at the way Jasmine Crockett carries herself in Congress?
People, look, it's viral videos everywhere. People are tired of this woman, you know. But Trump just nominated her for president. Trump says it might bring the Democrat Party back to life. Let's check this out, man.
Do you remember everything?
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Massive, shocking, and breaking news. President Trump has endorsed a Democrat for 2028. She's on your screen right now. She can see the future. It's AOC! Oh, yeah, baby. Wait till you get a load of this one. But let's begin. Rewind the clock back. Just a few hours ago, AOC has called for President Trump's impeachment. Donald Trump's off in NATO, right? Delivering peace around the world. Peace has broken out in the Middle East. Donald Trump negotiated a ceasefire when we could have had nuclear war. But AOC thinks that that's an impeachable offense. Here we go.
On the ceasefire, the president posted on Truth Social that there is a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran. Do you believe that?
He also said that it was a war. And I think that the President of the United States admitting that he unilaterally brought the United States into a war without congressional approval is a very grave public admission. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional.
The Congresswoman also writing on Twitter, it is absolutely and clearly grounds for impeachment.
So President Trump has responded to this by telling AOC to make his day. Go ahead, make my day, calling her very, very low IQ, and telling Sandy Cortez, come on. Yeah, no. It only increased He took to X and said, Mr. President, don't take your anger out on me. I'm just a silly girl. What is this? Is this like a weird romance thing or something? And then AOC went live.
Pick a fight with me.
I mean, look at this. Look, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me right now? AOC is obsessed with Trump. The AOC's perfect dream date would be meeting Trump and Elon at the bar, okay? And just going on a rocket ship. You know what I mean?
Imagine that.
Parallel parking a rocket ship. 2 rocket ships. Anyway, let's continue to watch.
You wanted to pick a fight with me.
Look at her. Look at her.
Little old me.
She's obsessed
and, he's
with
gonna
Trump.
Lose that. So maybe don't send our country into war when the vast majority of Americans, Republican, Democrat, and Independent, don't want us randomly bombing countries because you're in some type of mood. They're not even briefing Congress. Congress was supposed to have a classified briefing today.
Loves Trump.
And they canceled it last minute. It's giving scrambling. It's giving disorganized. It's giving they are having problems behind the scenes. And by also not even briefing Congress on a bipartisan basis, please understand that this is Trump's war. This is a Republican war.
I can't take any more.
Don't let them
Hear from AOC when she thinks about Donald Trump. Here's AOC when she knows that Trump's thinking about her. It's literally what she did. I don't control her account. I didn't do it. She's the one who bats her eyelash for exactly. His peace plan?
Going to impeach him for, Jesse? Peace in the Middle East?
Right.
I mean, is that how the impeachment articles are going to read? That the guy brought peace to a 1,000-year conflict in record time, and therefore we want him out of office? Sounds more to me like a citation for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, they did impeach him, though. They brought articles of impeachment again.
The pimp caveman waving around his pimp cane. Yeah, and the impeachment failed miserably. There was 344 to 70. I tell you, they just waste time, man. All they do down there is argue, waste time. We know he's not gonna get impeached. Can y'all stop? They ought to walk this fella out, man. It's a disgrace. He's from our district over here in Texas. They need to walk him out, man. The pimp caveman waving around his pimp cane. You don't have a mandate. You don't have a mandate. The people spoke loud and clear, sir. They ought to walk him out in handcuffs and duct tape his cane to his forehead. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, family. They say, Rick, sir, you wasn't supposed to say that, sir.
Yesterday, Al Green did. Jasmine Crockett was doing her Jasmine Crockett thing, a little more ratchet and world star than AOC.
To understand enough about the Constitution to the extent that I'm the one that's supposed to make a fucking decision or at least get a vote. Because Ron is telling me. Right. So literally,
They're great. I mean, they're great together. They really are. But President Trump posted this clip on Truth Social. Just this clip. It's incredible. Seconds ago, President Trump posted on Truth Social his endorsement for the 2028 presidential primary. Wow. J.D. Vance down bad because Donald Trump has just come out and endorsed AOC and Jasmine Crockett. Here we go. I have an idea for Democrats. Let's bring back into play their party. After years of being left out in the cold, including suffering one of the greatest losses in history in the 2024 presidential election, Democrats should nominate low IQ candidate Jasmine Crockett for president. And AOC should be, respectively, vice president. And 3 high-level members of the cabinet, he's talking about the squad, like Ilhan Omar, AOC plus 3.
Yeah.
Added together with our future communist mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani. And our country is really screwed. Trump's endorsed. He's endorsed the ticket. And he says Jasmine should be at the top of the ticket. Wow. Really interesting. Trump weighs in on Mamdani's win 100% communist lunatic.
And Dominies. I always say it
the guy
wrong.
Who won in New York City.
They finna run everybody out.
Literally a Marxist.
They finna run everybody out of New York City. I'm telling you, if that wins.
He was a naturalized American citizen just 5 minutes ago. I think it was 5 years ago. He was born in Uganda. He's a Muslim trans activist, defund the police.
No common sense.
Have the government take over everything in New York. The government takes over housing and grocery stores. Anyway, Democrats are losing their minds over this. In fact, Chuck Schumer was hospitalized upon this news. They said it was for dehydration, but yeah, I don't think so.
And Chuck,
maybe it was because of the burgers. Maybe because of the burgers that he made. I'm not sure.
Burgers on the
But anyway,
ground.
Trump went to work on the new Democrat Socialists. He's of the same party, by the way, of AOC, the DSA, Democrat Socialists of America. That's the AOC party. All right, it's a big day for AOC. She gets nominated to be vice president by Donald Trump. And then Zohran wins. 100% communist lunatic who just won the Democrat primary, says Trump. And he's on his way to becoming mayor. We've had radical lefties before, but this is getting ridiculous. He looks terrible. His voice is grating. He's not very smart. He's got AOC plus 3 dummies all backing him. And even our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer, is groveling to him. Yes, this is a big moment in the history of our country. Oh, man. Okay, well, good. Ladies and gentlemen, President Trump says Jasmine Crockett for president, AOC for VP. The View has a take on this. Their view is that Donald Trump can't stand strong women.
Experience with him and my observation of him is he really doesn't really like strong women. Right. In the day when I used to.
He doesn't like smart women. He doesn't like really smart women.
The spew. I don't know how this mess is still on TV, how it's still on air. But they make it worse and worse and worse for Democrats. And Bill Maher was right. Democrats ought to try to get this thing shut down. And shut down ABC News while you're at it. Yeah.
So in order to prove this point, we've created a supercut of Jasmine Crockett, President Trump's pick for president in 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, she's got 2% political masterstroke. Here you go.
In fact, Ms. Perry, I know your organization, the Heritage Foundation, loves Texas. Ooh, they love Texas. They always sending us some nonsense bills.
And to understand enough about the Constitution to the extent that I'm the one that's supposed to make a fucking decision or at least get a vote.
Someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, because we in these hot ass Texas streets, honey.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey.
You're not. We done picking cotton.
We are.
Democrats.
You can't pay us enough to find a plantation. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. This looks like more evidence of our national secrets, say on the stage at Mar-a-Lago.
What a complete fool.
So
this ghetto trash, man. They need y'all rough her up out and walk her out, but just be careful. Her eyelashes are gonna fall out. Godly.
Keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, send them to Texas, they send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank. We're talking about his son. We're talking about someone who is an actual citizen, just a regular citizen. We're not talking about somebody who could not pass a background check. Don't tell me to calm down, because y'all talk noise, and then you're can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Chairman, can we send out
Probably need a good black woman in the room who can check you and tell you that, first of all, you shouldn't be doing this shit on Signal or anything else.
But baby, y'all got the white supremacists galore, okay? Like all of them. You got the Proud Boys. You got the neo-Nazis. You have people that literally should be classified as domestic terrorists. The Republicans are going to lose the House, and y'all run this back for them.
Yeah. Heard how that played out, huh? Good luck, Democrats. That's your future.